Evening peeps, evening. Welcome back to the channel. So we're back this season with a brand new league from the P1RC Community League. We're back with the GR2 Nissans. It's sprint and feature races. So we've got two races for you guys tonight. We've got a 15-minute qualifier followed by a 15-minute race and then a 30-minute race after that. So kick off any minute now. I'm not sure if they're even out on track yet, but we'll go and find out. Obviously no scores yet because it's first round of the season and it is in the GR2 Nissans. Everybody in the same car, so it's all about driver. I think it's standard setup as well. Diz, evening brother, how are you my friend? Good to see you in the chat. Yes, so I think all cars are the same. It's all down to driver. I don't think there's any tuning on. Oh no, it says on there, look, bop on, no tuning. Shall I read the flyer? That helps, doesn't it? So yes, no scores. Merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Should you want any of those, hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com. Other than that, let's get into this lobby. Let's have a quick look, see who we've got on track. We've got Dizzy, Raffo, Apache, Mockin, Welly Bob, Rob, Ricky J, Winnie, Pilgrim, Dodgy and myself. Obviously I'm not racing. We're gonna have to do the old jinky starts again, aren't we, on this one? No, that's not what you're meant to be doing. Don't join the track. There they are. So just let me know that sound's coming through okay. You can hear me alright, you can hear my voice, and the cars aren't too loud, or I'm not too loud, or the other way around. Let's get the nonsense on for you lot. So we have got people out on track. Again, it's only a 15-minute qualifier, even though it says, oh, they've had the, I think they've had the lobby open for a while. I've got a 30-minute timer in the bottom left-hand corner. That's we've not had qualifying open for that long, so it should be qualifying now, unless they're going to reset the lobby. We'll see. Week so currently fastest man out on circuit. Still just those tiny little glitches on the cornering from these lobbies. Almost there, GT7, almost. Different camera angles here at St Croix as well. Tell your mates, tell your moms, look at that, smashed across the bonnet. Well done, Mockin. Just peeling out of the wall, so all the liveries the same. This they just got a different colour. Oh, here we go. So lobby being reset then. So now qualifying begins. Why is my screen too big? I can't see the clock in the top right. Look, it's my screen has expanded itself open a little bit. Huh? How random. On the stream it's perfectly fine. On my TV it's missing that top section of screen. Bizarre. I shall have to play with the telly later. So it sounds like we've got drivers heading out on track now. Then we have got to turn the nonsense on again. So yes, I think it's the same livery, just different colours for these drivers. Everybody on outlaps. GR2 Nissans, plenty of aero, plenty of power in these things. one of the P1 head honcho's favourite races, St Croix and the Nissans. R.I.P. Baggy, big up yourself. R.I.P. Stuart, happy birthday for the other day, brother. Big up to all the P1 Massive. Welly Bob, new driver for the P1 stables. Not seen him on track before. Could be a driver I know, just changed gamer tag possibly. So Rob, Dizzy, a lot of the P1 regulars. Dodgy, Winnie and Ricky J. Interested to see what tyre combinations people go for. Again, just let me know that sound's coming through okay. The cars aren't too loud, or I'm not too loud, or too quiet. Either way. So, the longest variant of St Croix we're on tonight. I don't know how long this circuit is, but it's pretty damn long. What are we now time-wise? 2 minutes 20. Just about coming up to these last couple of corners. Tricky little section as well, these last few. Try and get a bit of an onboard lap with mocking weeks. So into this final corner. On the right bit of circuit. No. The wrong bit of circuit. They've gone for the full length jobby. So now we come into the last couple of corners. Now we'll go on board with Mocking for a bit of a lap. So onto this start finish straight then. Eve, it's rear wheel. How you doing? Sounds perfect. Great. Okay, so we're not going to get a lap with Mocking because he's coming in the pits. Instead, we'll go with Manny. Fires himself into that little kink through turn 1, turn 2. Gets it a little bit wrong on the way through there. To turn 3, these Nissans just being pushed down to the floor with the amount of downforce they've got. Able to take these corners pretty damn quick. No idea what these corners are called, so I'm just going to make them up as I go. That one's called Pete. Enrique, that one is Enrique corner. They'll be different next lap, I'm sure. This is what they've got to contend with for 2 races tonight. Again, 15 minutes qualifier, followed straight after by a 15-minute sprint, and then we go into a 30-minute feature race. Plenty of opportunity to get these cars up to full tilt. 179, just flicking over 181 before having to hit the brakes. Onto the bridge section. Again, can be a bit tricky, the transition on and off this bridge. The road changes just as you exit and enter. There's the kink. Some tricky corners. Right, followed by another 90-degree right. Felt like there was a big blob of handbrake there as well from Manny, but I don't think that was an option. Oof, just keeps it on track through there as well. 90 left coming up. Hitting the apex nicely. Manny through the left-hand kink. Right hand at 90 coming up right now. Again, all well and good when you're in single file qualifying mode, but when you're racing, these corners are going to get a little bit sketchier. Another bit of a straight then for these Nissans test their power. They won't go to full speed down here. Into these last couple of corners. Oh, deep there for Manny again. Tickles the wall on the way out. Now, is he going to cross the line or do a pit stop? He's coming in the pits, so we won't get to see his lap either. But Pilgrim stops out. And he puts in a 3:10.1. Manny was a 3:14. Rob S. just coming up to the line now. He's going to put in 3:10 as well. Sticks himself into second. Welly Bob is in 3:12. He's in third at the minute. Manny fourth. Mocking fifth with a 3:18 is his fastest. Oof. Patchy in seventh. 3:22 and a 3:25 on the clock for him so far. Dylan a 3. Ooh, again just getting that first corner a bit wrong. 3:17 on the outlap. 3:35 on the fast lap. I think he came in at the end of lap 1 for tyres though. Winnie is softs, very beaten up. He's currently in 5th position on a 3:11.4. Pushes a few drivers down a position or two. I am enjoying the S5, mate. Yes, it's nice until you stamp it, and then you can literally watch the fuel gauge go down. People ask me how quick it is, and I tell them I don't know because I daren't take my eyes off the road. It sounds like the General Lee when it's accelerating, that's for certain. Patchy we've looked at, Dylan we've looked at, Ricky he's just crossed the line, 3:43 for him. Mocking Weeks has been in the pits and come back out, so he's on a fresh set of mediums. Over halfway into this qualifying session already. Rob S sitting qualifying out at the minute. That's, not sure what's going on there. Diz on pole though, 3:07.5. Also rear wheel. I only live about 1.5 miles from work, if that. So, you know, it's not. It's not mega dangerous on fuel unless I'm taking it out for the evening. Or revving it up in the car park to show the lads, because obviously, you know, obviously I'm doing that. So can anyone unseat P1 Dizzy? It's a good time. What is it? A 3:07. That's 2.5 seconds over. 2.5 seconds quicker than the next man, Pilgrim. He's on a 3:10.1. Raffo, another second back himself, sitting in third. So many cars on circuit though, that's definite. So they're only going to get the opportunity for 2 more laps ish. 10 minutes on the race timer, 15-minute qualifier, these laps being 3 minutes plus each. I would assume they get to finish the lap they're on, but there's no guarantee. Himself into 6th there with a 3:11.8. Looks like he's not going to bother with another lap. Right, where's Dizzy gone? Has he chucked himself in the pits? Oof, Dylan's come through though. He's found some time, 3:06.2. Pilgrim's found a little bit of time as well, 3:09.5, so he goes slightly quicker. Welly Bob, 3:10.1. is Dizzy. Did he go in the pits? Yes, he did, as did Winnie. I wondered why the grid order was a bit messed up. So it is Dylan out on pole then. Is he having a little sneaky practice start down the back side of the circuit where nobody can see him? That's a good time though, 3:06.2. Yeah, I think most drivers parked up then. Welly Bob's still out on track, trying to better that fourth place at the minute. We've got chaos. We've got chaos. Why am I looking? Oh, there's Ricky J. I wonder where Ricky J was. I couldn't see him. He's getting pinned in the wall. Got drivers kicking each other in. These maniacs will all be coming to Donington for the British GT round this season. It's obviously going to be a shout for anybody and everybody to get themselves up for that. We'll see what else is going on as well. I might make my way to the touring cars, truck racing. I'll definitely be going to the truck racing. Oops. Got the truck racing at Donny this year? I expect they've got around there, can't be certain. I thought Rob S was going to be sensible. So not too sure what we're waiting on now. Just people to swap tyres and get the grid order correct, I can assume. Here's the practice starts, look from Dylan. Testing out the launch mode. Just to let you boys know that I do have to chuck myself out the lobby and back in when the race starts, otherwise it doesn't give me all the cameras. So pretty much now, but not yet. I have to wait till the race has actually started. So Dylan on pole, Dizzy second. Gonna have to jump straight out, come straight back in. There we go, track side. So Dylan gets away well then. Manny slots into his slipstream. Into turn one they go then. Dylan leads the pack. Oh, we've got chaos. Two drivers. Oh, there's drivers in all sorts of trouble at the back there. Ricky J just getting himself pointing in the right direction. Front and rear damage. Hopefully it's not permanent. It does repair itself. Rob S got tangled up in that as well, and there may have been one other driver, Mocking Weeks. May have just managed to scrape his way through, but a little way back off the pack at the minute. Back up front then, Dylan has managed to stretch a lead already, 2 seconds up front on his set of softs. Dizzy in second on those softs as well. He's managed to get himself in front of Manny and Pilgrim. Pilgrim in third, then soft tyres. Manny has gone for the medium stint one. Welly Bob in 5th position, being harassed by Apache. Medium versus soft tyre here. We've got Winnie under pressure as well from Mocking Weeks in the background. Dodgy on the back end of that fight. Who's going to win out here? Mocking Weeks has got the inside line, but there's a big clatter into the wall then as well from Dodgy, I think, behind. Dodgy, maybe Rob S. Raffo got a little bit of a penalty, 7 seconds back, and poor Ricky is another 11.8 seconds back. Damage fully repaired now. But look at the lead Dylan's got. Only on lap 1, he's already 3.2 seconds up the road. Get ourselves on board with Dizzy. You literally can just see the tail end of Dylan's car disappearing around the next corner. A bit of work to do for Dizzy then to try and catch back up. Pilgrim third, Manny in fourth. Top 4 then have pulled a little bit of a gap. 2.2 seconds back to Apache in 5th. He's also got a bit of breathing room. Welly Bob another 2.2 seconds back in 6th. Still under pressure from Mocking Weeks. Mocking Weeks gone for the medium tyre for this sprint race. On the mediums as well. Rob S just a little bit back, also on the medium tyre. Dodgy has gone for the soft tyre. Raffo's on the mediums, and Ricky J also on the mediums. Dylan lost a bit of that lead then, down to 2.8 seconds. Dizzy found his feet finally. Not going to think about the drivers behind so much. They're 1.4 seconds behind. Needs to concentrate on chopping that gap down between himself and race leader Dylan. Gap stretching between Pilgrim and Manny as well. Now Mocking Weeks has a look over the inside into turn 1. He's got the job on Welly Bob. Has he gone too quick? Oof, almost off circuit. That's what happened in lap 1 as well. Dodgy just getting it deep onto that first curb in. Tail end of these Nissans spin themselves up. Very, very lucky to get them pointing in the right direction. Lucky Dodgy didn't do a little bit of a spin round himself there. Raffo through that first sector. Ricky J still 14 seconds back, nearly 15 seconds back, unfortunately. Dylan then 2.7 seconds up the road. Dizzy finding thousandths of a second here or there. He's got to be careful he doesn't blow his tyres out too quickly though. Very similar wear on the top 2. Finding a couple of tenths as well is Dizzy. Loses them again as they come onto the bridge though. Now Manny and Pilgrim. And he just holds on to that 3rd position. Pilgrim looked good. Oh, nowhere for him to go through there though. Close that gap back up, Pilgrim. Loses a bit of time there, 0.7 of a second. He's still within slipstream distance. He's got to be careful he doesn't drop too far back and lose the toe from Manny in front. And there it is, great big advert for my channel. Look, Dark Smoker, YouTube, subscribe, tell your mates, tell your mums. I don't drink Monster though. Pilgrim falling another 10th back. It's almost at a second now. He's just about out of that slipstream range of Manny, and he is now. So he's got to do a bit of work to try and catch that gap back up. Otherwise, Manny might just disappear down the road. We'll see. So back up front, Dylan then found a little bit more time. 3 seconds the lead extends to. Drivers' tyres looking identical. Manny now 4 seconds back. He's pulled that little bit of time over Pilgrim. That gap's up to 1.4 seconds. And then the top 4 nearly 4 seconds ahead of Patchy in 5th. He is being closed up by Mocking Weeks on those mediums. 0.1 seconds. On board then with Mockin as he chases down Apache. We've got drivers who've gone off circuit. Yellow flags have been waving. There it is. It was Pilgrim who got it wrong on the chase for Manny for third. Oh, it's all kicked off. Dylan has got it all wrong as well. He spun himself backwards into the wall. That has allowed Dizzy through to the front of the race. He now has 4.3 seconds of clean air between himself and now second place Manny. So Dylan, mistakes kicked in then. He spun himself into the wall, picked up a bit of rear end damage that has repaired itself. Apache has just managed to stay ahead of Mockin Weeks. Mockin Weeks was going to get cleared up by Pilgrim, reversing out of the wall. Let's get ourselves back on board with Mockin. Back on the hunt for that fourth position of Apache just in front. Graphics for the onboard looking pretty good as well. It's going to be awesome when they get the VR set up for this. Up just a quarter of a second in it as they come around to this last few corners. Tricky little section though. 90 right into another. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong part of the circuit. Little kick to the left now. The 90 right into another 90 right. Slamming down the gears there for Mockin. Keeps himself just in touch with Apache for the time being. Apache runs wide through there though. Oh, and there goes Mockin Weeks through into fourth position. Just feeling the pressure. Mockin Weeks just putting that little bit of harassment on him. It's enough to cause him to run a little bit deep into that corner. Picked up a bit of grass. He's had to back off the throttle so as not to spin it round, and that has allowed Mockin through into fourth. Dylan third. He has closed back up on Manny though in second. Just 0.7 of a second. Dizzy not managed to break away either. He's only 3.8 seconds up the road. Now, medium tyres not looking too good at this point in the race. The softs looking even worse though. Now, can they get a set of softs? I'm sure they've done enough practice lobbies to find out. But they will be in absolute agony by the time the 15 minutes is up, this set of softs. Whereas Manny's mediums might just hold out for the rest of the race. We'll see. Dylan is a quick driver. He's piling the pressure on Manny as well. Hopefully Manny doesn't buckle. So led for over half a race then Dylan. And then bins it. Still trying to chase down that second position though. Again, I don't know whether his tyres are going to allow him to go for that position. Just keep yo-yoing the time between himself and Manny. These long sections as well. He's got the slipstream down here, closes up. Now they're going to work together. No, Dylan pulls out rather than helping Manny push him down the road and use the slipstream. He's going to battle it out for second. And he's already got his way through then. Into second position he goes. Hopefully he can keep it pointing in a straight line. Not spin it around and back it into the wall again like he did a couple of laps ago. So now the chase car, Dylan, 2.7 seconds to Dizzy in front. We've got 4 minutes left on the race clock. That's going to be one lap by the time they hit the finish line. What else is happening out on circuit? Mockin Weeks then comfortably in fourth position. Apache in fifth, no direct threat behind at the minute. Welly Bob under a bit of pressure though from Rob S, 6th and 7th for these two. So Welly Bob on a set of softs, Rob S on a set of mediums. Again, be interesting to see. Very similar, really, in terms of pace. Pilgrim's Soft's looking absolutely beaten up. He has been backwards though, and into the wall, and probably spun those rears up to get himself pointing back in a straight line. Winnie in 9th, with a bit of pressure himself from Dodgy. Some medium versus soft tyre fight there as well for 9th and 10th. Raffo just 2.5 seconds back, has managed to close the gap up on these boys. Unfortunately, Ricky J has not. 27 seconds down at the end of race 1. So, 12.5 minutes left on the race clock. 2.5 minutes remaining. They are just coming up to the line now. 3-minute laps. So this will become a final lap. Dizzy with a 2-second lead. Dylan is finding a bit of time. Can he find 2 seconds though? Oh, again, both drivers have got to be careful. Their softs looking very, very bad at the minute. It's only going to take a little wheel on the grass to spin one of these two round. Still Welly Bob manages to fend off Rob S for the time being. Third of the way round this final lap. Oh, Pilgrim's off again. He's trying to get it back on circuit. Oh, but he's struggled. It's going to take him a while to get back up to speed. His tyres are gone. Winnie gets through. Oh, someone else is backwards. Dodgy's backwards. Who else is backwards up here? Rob S as well. No. Chaos happens in the final lap then. Rob S gets himself backwards. Dodgy gets himself backwards. Did I see another purple car parked up at the side of the road then? No, I don't think I did. And now, coming up to these last third of the circuit really, onto the bridge then. The gap has dropped between Dizzy and Dylan down to 1 second. Then with Dylan as he chases down Dizzy, 1 second between them. Last little complex of corners coming up. No mistakes with Dizzy, he should be good to take this. Gap still coming down, Dylan is running out of corners. Exploring those track limits though to try and get better runs out of these turns. Gap is below a second. He's only got about 4 corners left to try and make the move. There is the 15 minutes into that final lap then. 3 corners to go. Still just under a second, but this is going to be it. Dizzy then into this final corner. Dylan closes. Oh, sorry, this is not the final corner. I got that one wrong again. Oh, Dizzy. Dylan even. Oh, if you'd have got a good exit, you might have been able to go for a bit of a spankathon down here, but that little loss of traction on the rear has cost you dearly, my friend. The gap then still at a second into these last couple of corners. The little kink to the right. It is going to be Dizzy that takes the win. It's a valiant effort by Dylan. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. So it is Dizzy that takes the win then. Dylan takes second. Manny is going to come home in 3rd position. Mocking Weeks is going to take 4th. He'll be happy with that. Getting involved in all sorts of chaos at the beginning of the race. Apache is going to take 5th. Everybody loving a quick handbrake into the wall here. Going to be Welly Bob that takes 6th position. Again, was under a bit of pressure from Rob S, but Rob S put himself in the wall. Winnie takes 7th, Pilgrim takes 8th, Raffo 9th, Rob S is going to come home for 10th, Dodgy 11th. Wait for poor old Ricky J, who got tangled up in that big amount of chaos at the turn 1, lap 1. He was already about 10 seconds behind by the time he managed to get it pointing in a straight line. So not a great race for Ricky J. A great big handbrake turn across the line though. So sprint race done. So now we move into the 30-minute sprint, the 30-minute enduro, or the feature race. Looks like Ricky managed to find a bit of wall somewhere else as well. He's got a little bit of front end damage. That's just cleared itself there as well. It's from handbraking into the wall, of course it is. There he is, race leader Diz. He was the chase car for over half the race, with Dylan out front. But that little mistake from Dylan. He spun the rear end on that Nissan, put himself in the wall. Managed to close the gap back up on Manny. Only good enough for second position though. Was unable to get past Dizzy. Closed the gap right back up down to a second, but not enough in that 15 minutes, unfortunately, for him to claim that first victory. But it is this man, sorry, it's not this man, it's Dizzy that takes that win then. Third place for Manny, he'll be happy with that. I don't know why we're waiting so long. There we go. Must have heard me. There you go. Dizzy in the chat. Ooh, gets up there, my boy. What happened to Dylan? You were the person with the best view, I can imagine. So race 2 going to kick off at 21:40. Then we've got 2 minutes to wait. I assume it's going to be a reverse grid. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see what happens in race 2 then. The wall that sticks out. Yeah, there's plenty of little bits of wall that stick out on this circuit. Diz then just giving us an update of what happened to Dylan. Lucky for you. Well, you know, luck plays a big part, doesn't it? Plays as big a part as anything else, really. Yeah, that was pretty close in the end. Almost just under a second by the time they crossed the line. So still a couple of spaces available if people want to get involved in this league. Again, only 12 drivers tonight. There is space for 3 more. Unless you boys have set it up in teams of 2, have you? No, there can't be because there's 3 purple ones. So yes, positions still available if you want to get involved in this league. Right. Race 2 just about to get underway then. Just waiting for the lobby settings and grid order to be put right. I knew there'd be chaos happening. I knew there'd be chaos happening. Right, here we go then. Race 2 just about to get underway. Again, I've got to drop myself out and drop myself back in. Otherwise we lose trackside cams. Away. Let's just get out, get back in. There we go. So it is Pilgrim that's going to lead us away then. Oh, there's more chaos. Apache goes far too quick into turn 1. There's drivers backwards. Welly Bob's backwards. Who's the purple driver at the back? Not Ricky J again. No, it's Raffo this time. Spinning the rears up, trying to get that thing pointing in the right direction. Long way back, nearly 10 seconds. He's over 10 seconds in fact. A lot of work to do for Raffo then. Again, front and rear damage. It's going to affect his top end speed. But half an hour race to go. Pilgrim still leads then as we finish the first third of lap 1. Winnie chasing him down. Just half a second in it between these two. Gap back to Dylan, who's already up into 3rd position. Ricky J in 4th. Under pressure from Mocking Weeks though. Medium tyre on for both drivers. Both drivers picked up a little bit of damage as well. Ricky J holds on to 4th for the time being. Mocking in 5th. Dizzy 6th. Welly Bob 7th. Rob S. Dodgy and Manny all battling for 9th, 10th and 11th. Sorry, 8th, 9th and 10th. 11th back to Rafa, and Apache's been into the wall. He's got every bit of damage going, unfortunately for Apache. Damage on heavy. That is a trip to the pits then. I think damage should be on light, which means it repairs itself, but I think lobby settings might be a little bit wrong. It is Winnie that's now taken race lead then. Pilgrim 2nd. Dylan already onto the back end of these two into now. Oh, they're going for a restart. Okay. Okay. Restart it is then. Damage is set to heavy, which is unfortunately means a trip to the pits to get any kind of damage repaired, and these long circuits, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be doing that. Dylan won't be happy. He managed to get himself into 2nd position. Raffo and Apache will be over the moon. Yeah, take it easy in turn 1, boys. Maniacs. Right, we'll try again. Mocking's fault. Typical Mocking, causing trouble. Even though it was Rob that set up the lobby, we're still blaming Mocking by the sounds of it. Yeah, Raffo and Apache both picking up damage early on in that lap. They'll be happy for a restart, I'm sure. So just waiting on Dylan. There he is. You boys can keep it pointing in a straight line on this race circuit. Right, let's try this one again then. So I've got to do the usual of jumping out to jump back in. And what we will do, we'll try and get ourselves on with the last driver. So on board with Dodgy. Let's see how they all get it on into turn 1. Taking their time a little bit more through there this time after the chaos in the last couple of restarts. Get through turn 2 cleanly though. Just about a little bit of door banging. Someone's off circuit just in front, but they are back on now. So underway then. Welly Bob leads us through. Let's turn the nonsense on quickly. So it is Welly Bob from Manny over Dizzy. Dizzy now up into 3rd position. Dodgy 4th. Dylan 5th. Ricky J in 6th. Apache 7th. Looking to run around the outside of Ricky J through there. Now at the inside. Raffo 9th. Mocking Weeks 10th. Pilgrim in 11th. And Winnie 12th. So Welly Bob under pressure then for this race lead. Manny all over the back of him. Goes for the move on the left-hand side. He's got himself in front. Through he goes then into the lead then. Manny, Welly Bob in 2nd. Dizzy now 3rd. Just under a second back. Heading onto this bridge. Board with 3rd place Dizzy then, chasing down Welly Bob and Manny. Clear track behind him, 5.2 seconds back to Dodgy in 4th position. Welly Bob gets the exit of the bridge wrong. Dizzy all over the back of him, sweeps through, takes that second position, now on the hunt for first place. Manny just up the road, 1.7 seconds. Keeping that gap ahead as well. Welly Bob third, then Dodgy fourth, Dylan 2.4 seconds back in fifth. Rob S in sixth. He's got a gaggle of drivers behind him looking for positions, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. We've got Apache, Mockin, Ricky J and Raffo all battling out for positions. Pilgrim then in 10th, being hunted by Winnie in 12th. Just 1.1 seconds between those two as well. But that time is coming down between Manny and Dizzy, 1.5 seconds. Coming into these last couple of corners, Manny is going to take one lead lap here at least. He's still got Dizzy just taking little tenths out of him. Gap down to 1.5 seconds. Now, can Dizzy catch him up, take him out? Let's see. Welly Bob's still holding that third position. Fallen off the back of those drivers in front though. 4.2 seconds the gap. Dodgy closing up on him, 3.1. Dylan's closing the gap up on Dodgy as well. A lot of work for Dylan to do though to get back up to the fight. Oh, he's gone wide through there. He's trying to overtake Dodgy on the grass. He's doing everything he can not to get that car pointing backwards, but it's taking him an awful long time to get it back on track. Rob S has gone through. He's now got Mocking Weeks harassing him. Mocking Weeks actually looking to make a move, but Dylan able to keep the power on. In 6th position then, under threat from Mocking Weeks and Apache in 7th and 8th. Raffo 1.4 seconds back. Pilgrim just been into the wall and almost backwards and taken out Winnie. He's put himself at the back of the pack now. Luckily he didn't clip Winnie's rear end then. Not sure what's happening to the cars. When they get close they turn into ghosts. Is still Manny leading. Dizzy now just 1.1 seconds back. Double sectors as well from Dizzy. Welly Bob falling even further back, 5.8 seconds. Still got a big chunk of time between himself and Dodgy, 5.7 seconds. Dodgy as well now with a little bit of clear air between himself and Rob S. He did have Dylan breathing down his neck, but Dylan decided to drive it on the grass. So Dodgy 4th, Rob S in 5th, Dylan then another 4 seconds down in 6th, being harassed by Mocking Weeks, just 0.4 of a second back. Raffo just in the background as well, 2.4 seconds off that battle between Mocking and Dylan. Ricky J getting it all wrong through there. Pilgrim and Winnie come firing through to take that position. Those positions off Ricky, unfortunately. Down into 11th then Apache. It looks like he might have been in the wall again. He's a long way back, 12.7 seconds. Damage repaired. That's a lot of work to do for Apache. And Manny still leads. Gap less than a second though. Into these last couple of corners. So Manny leads us round another lap, but Dizzy getting ever closer, 0.8 of a second. Let's get ourselves on board with this view so I can give it a little bit of that. The overtake does occur, 3/4 of a second then between Dizzy and Manny. Not closing up though. Still stretches out, then Manny through that little complex of corners. Gets the gap back up to over a second. So just about 7.5 minutes into race 2 here, half an hour. Manny leads, Dizzy second. Welly Bob now 10.2 seconds down. He's lost a lot of time. There's a big pile of drivers closing up on him. He's got Rob S 2.7 seconds back. Another 2.2 back is Dodgy, followed by Dylan, followed by Mockin. Winnie's managed to get himself clear of that fighting pack behind. He's only got Raffo to worry about really behind him. Just 0.6 of a second. He's in that slipstream range actually, Raffo. J in 10th, so 3 seconds in front of Raffo, 4.8 back to Pilgrim. Pilgrim's been in the wall as well. He's got a little bit of front end damage that should repair itself. And Apache still 6.3 back in 12th. Medium versus soft tyre here, and Manny is doing okay. That gap has just dropped below a second. Oof, down to half a second. Dizzy's found a little bit of pace on those couple of corners. He's got to get himself in a good position if he wants to make the overtake on Manny. This long straight they come now then, just 0.4 of a second in it. Did Dizzy get a good enough run out of that corner to make the move on Manny? And he still looks like he's pulling ahead just a tiny little bit. Dizzy starts to close up now using the slipstream, but they are coming to the end of that corner. Oh, clips into the wall though, Manny. He's going to run slow out of there as they come round to this final kink. He does have the inside line, but side by side. Manny's still got the advantage into this next corner, but he backs out early. Allows Dizzy to go through and take that race lead. So Dizzy up front then. Manny now second. I think he kind of saw that coming, so just allowed Manny to go through. Allowed Dizzy to go through. Just try and stick with him, but we can already see Dizzy 0.8 of a second. 0.9. Now he's got a bit of clear track in front of him. He can push a little bit, can Diz. Oh, it's all kicked off. Rob's got it wrong. He's into the wall. Welly Bob's got tangled up in that. He's been clattered, so he's losing positions left, right and centre. This all allows Dylan through into 3rd place. He's a long way back from race leader, 17.2 seconds. He's another 16 seconds behind Manny in 2nd. So plenty of work for Dylan to do if he's going to make up any more positions. Mocking Weeks also managed to make it through the chaos. He's up into 4th, Dodgy into 5th. Welly Bob. Unfortunate for Welly Bob. I'm not sure if it was him that initially got it wrong and then everyone else got tangled up, but Welly Bob from 3rd to 6th now. Rob S as well getting tangled up in that. He was in the wall. His tyres are looking very beaten up. Winnie in 8th, still being harassed by Raffo in 9th. Ricky J in 10th as he's under pressure from Pilgrim. Tyres are about gone as well, but he's still piling the pressure on Ricky J here as they come onto this bridge section. He's got the inside line. Ricky J almost turns into him. Oh, but Pilgrim, those tyres have given up. He's spun the rear up as he gets it onto the bridge. Gives Ricky J plenty of breathing room. Might give Apache someone to aim for. His tyres are also beaten up. So race leader Dizzy just saw him get his way past Manny. He's now 1.3 seconds up the road in first. Manny's second. Plenty of time between himself and Dylan. 15.5 seconds back to third place. Coming up to 12.5 minutes into this race. The soft tyres looking like they're at the end of their life, really. The mediums still got a little bit of life left in them. We'll see what sort of strategies people pull, what sort of times they come in the pits. Will we see Dizzy come in now and run a set of mediums for a little bit longer? They've got to be struggling on those worn out softs. Again, the mediums only looking about half worn. Not stopping out this time, but then not going in this time, sorry. Dizzy, he stops out. Dylan also stops out. Mocking Weeks stops out. So does Dodgy come in? Yes, he does on the softs. Getting rid of those then. Welly Bob in 6th. He's staying out on the mediums. Rob S, his softs are dead and gone, so he'll be coming in the pits. Winnie's mediums aren't looking too good either. We'll see if he's coming in. He fakes it, stays out. Raffo also stays out. Ricky J just coming up to this final corner. He's got a little bit of front end damage again as Ricky J, and he stops out. Pilgrim stays out, and we'll see what Apache does. His tyres are beaten up, so I think he may come in the pits this lap. There he goes. Dizzy though, he's decided to stop out on his worn softs. That's not benefited him anything really. Manny's managed to keep himself in touch, 1.1 seconds. Dylan's found a second though. 14 seconds, that was 15 point something between himself and Manny. I would definitely expect Dizzy to come in the pits this lap. I would expect Manny to follow him. And then can Manny use those soft tyres to his advantage early on and either catch up, keep up, or overtake Dizzy in front? We'll see. Dylan finding more time, 13.5 seconds now. His medium's still looking good. Mocking Weeks also on the mediums, so it is only Dizzy on the soft tyres in the top 5. And he's running those to the absolute limit here. He's still pulling time over Manny as well. So exactly at the halfway point, 15 minutes in. Dizzy's tyres screaming at him, please, no more corners. He is still pulling time over Manny. But both drivers are slower than this man here, Dylan. He has dragged that time down to 12.7 seconds from over 15. See if these boys head in the pits then. I would expect Dizzy to. Manny might decide to stop out and do another lap. He's then through that final corner. Expect him to peel off to the left hand side. He does. Manny stops out on those mediums. Still plenty of pace left in those. What's Dylan going to do? Is he going to risk the softs now? Yes, he is. Mocking Weeks, is he going to do another lap or is he going to come in? He's staying out. Sounds like Dizzy's just been released. He has. So he gets back out of the pits in front of Mocking. Mocking's yet to stop though. Dylan just taking on board fuel and tyres. Doesn't need a lot of fuel. Welly Bob in the pits this lap as well. Winnie, he's coming in. His tyres are done. Dodgy's been in previous lap. Raffo comes in as well. Rob S went in on the previous lap. Ricky J I would expect in this lap. No, says Ricky J. Forget you lot. Pilgrim. All red on his tyres. He wins. He wins the all red tyre competition. And Apache then, he came in previous lap as well. So it is still Manny then. A couple of drivers not stopped, but Manny leading the way at the minute. 17.1 seconds between himself and Dizzy. Not looking too bad for fuel actually, Manny, so he won't have to spend much time in the pits for fuel. He'll only need to take on board tyres and that little bit just to take him over that halfway point. Will be close to 19 minutes by the time he actually hits the pit lane, which will only give him about 10 minutes left on that set of softs. Again, these mediums are not looking too bad. Still holding over 17 seconds from Dizzy. Dizzy is taking chunks out of his time though with those fresh tyres. Mocking Weeks has got to stop yet as well. So Dylan 30 seconds down from race leader. Again, Manny's got to stop yet. Everybody else has stopped. That's Welly Bob and Rob S. Neck and neck again. Thought about making the move again then Rob S, but backs out and allows Welly Bob to keep it. Winnie under a bit of pressure from Ricky J. Ricky J's got to stop yet as well though. He's not taking on board tyres. Raffo on the softs, Pilgrim on the mediums and Apache on the mediums. So race leader Manny, 15.2 seconds over second place. Lost about a second on that previous lap, but see where he comes out when he exits the pits. In he comes now then. Here is Dizzy into these last couple of corners. Mocking Weeks is just behind him, but again Mocking Weeks is yet to stop. So we'll expect to see him in this lap. And he does come in. Manny then, he's got his tyres on, just taking on board that fuel. He's being released now. Where is he? So he's on the soft tyre. He's got exactly half a tank of fuel on board. Dizzy, slightly worn set of mediums, slightly less than half a tank of fuel, and a 5.2 second lead over this man. What can he do on the fresh tyres? Can he make them work early on? He is bringing that time down. Got to be careful of Dylan behind though, also on those soft tyres. Dizzy already telling us in the chat that he is super fast here. We saw that in race 1. He is only 11.2 seconds back from Dizzy. 9.5 minutes left in this race. Manny is finding a bit of time on those fresh softs. He's got the gap down to 4.9. There is Dizzy just heading over the brow of the hill. Medium tyre versus the soft tyre. And he's pushing that Nissan. Gains 2/10 on that corner alone. But it is going to hurt his tyres. Oh, explores those track limits. Another 2/10 out of Dizzy's time though. He's got to make them work quick before he wears them out. Still only 6 seconds back. Again, forced to be reckoned with. He will find time on a circuit where nobody else can. Not sure if he steals it. Mocking Weeks then, 4th position. He will be happy with that. He's under no threat from behind really. He's in no position to battle for those top 3 positions. 11.7 seconds down from 3rd place Dylan. But he has got a clear track behind him of 11 seconds. Dodgy, the next man out on circuit. 5th place. He's got another 2.2 seconds back to Welly Bob. Rob S not managed to make his way past, so again these two have swapped tyres. It's now a soft medium battle, but the opposite way round. Winnie having a little bit of a lonely race, 7.5 seconds either side of him in 8th. Raffo again lonely out on track for him, same for Apache. And we've got a little bit of a battle between Ricky J and Pilgrim for 11th and 12th. Dizzy having that time taken down a little bit, just comes below 4 seconds now between himself and Manny. Again, this man gap down to 5.1 seconds between himself and Manny, only 9 seconds behind race leader. 7 minutes left though. Manny is pushing hard, 3.7 seconds between himself and Diz. Diz will be seeing that time get ever so slightly smaller. You'll be seeing Manny getting ever so slightly bigger in his mirrors. So he'll be pushing hard, but he's got to be careful. Doesn't push too hard on those mediums. Again, Manny's just got to be careful he doesn't blow his softs out too soon, but did stop a little bit later than everyone else, so it should last 3.5 seconds. There is Dizzy in front. Absolutely full tilt down this full length straight. That corner so well, gap down to 3.2 seconds onto the bridge. Dizzy's Nissan looking slightly larger in the windscreen of Manny's car. Off the bridge. The whole time we're watching this fight, Dylan behind has got this gap down to 4.3 seconds. Manny's got to be careful. He's although he's chasing and doing a good job hunting down Dizzy, got to keep his eye on that rear view mirror for a big blob of Dylan turning up. Again, we are coming to the last the last 2 laps of this race, and again Manny gets closer, 2.7 seconds. That gap between himself and Dizzy at 4.5. Pushing really hard then to try and close upon Dizzy. There he is, just 2.5. There is Manny hunting him down, and you are going to see Dylan come around that corner any second. There he is. Again, another couple of tenths out of Manny's time for Dylan, and he's only 6.7 seconds behind race leader. Again, we've only got 4.5 minutes. But they are starting to close back up in this last stint of the race. 2.3 seconds between race leader and Manny, 4.2 between Manny and 3rd place Dylan. Mocking Weeks out of this picture now, 12.8 seconds down in 4th, but comfortably in 4th. Dodgy has managed to get his way past Welly Bob, finally into 5th then, Welly Bob 6th. Winnie 7th, but he's got Rob S for company. Oh! Winnie, there's a corner there, mate. The brown thing in front of you, you've got to turn it. I don't know what happened there. Winnie just seemed to go straight on, clattered into Rob S a little bit. He's managed to pick up a bit of front end damage due to that, but that will repair itself. But yes, no idea what happened to Winnie there. It's almost like his steering wheel broke. Just decided to go straight. It's going to allow Raffo to close up because he has got a little bit of front end damage. It would repair itself. There it goes. will allow Raffo to close up on him. 1.8 seconds the gap there. Apache a long way back here. 10 to 21 seconds, 21.2 seconds down. Ricky J another 6.9 seconds down. And Pilgrim just drags himself out of the wall. 12th, 8.5 seconds. Let's get ourselves back up front. This fight is coming ever closer. Lap corner by corner. 1.1 seconds between Dizzy and Manny. Dylan still 4.2. He's trying his hardest, but the battle is right here for first and second. Dizzy then 1.2 seconds ahead. Manny pushing his Nissan. There is Dylan just coming around that corner in the background. He is still finding time. 3.8 seconds between himself and Manny. 2 minutes left on the race clock though. These boys are going to see another lap. It's going to be... Oh, Dylan's running a little bit wide. He manages to keep it on circuit, but that's going to slow him down a little bit. It's on here then. In the slipstream range then for Manny. 0.6 of a second between himself and race leader. Can he get a win here, Manny? So less than 2 minutes on the race clock. They are going to see another lap. Oof, Dizzy is trying to do the swerve-a-thon to drop the toe for for Manny. It might have worked this lap, but they are bumper to bumper as they come round onto this start-finish straight. Dylan closes the time down again, just 4 seconds, less than 4 seconds between himself and Manny. 4.2 between himself and race leader Dizzy. Here it is then. Can Manny go for the move? Up the inside of Dizzy. He holds it this time. He's just got to make it round one more lap and stay in front. So Manny leads, Dizzy second, Dylan still third, but only 2.8 seconds down. It could be on here for Dylan if he absolutely stops this. There are the other two drivers just in front. So Manny now with a clear second over Dizzy. Is Dizzy struggling on tyres? Dylan will be, Manny will be, not so much as everyone else. Manny stopped later. Dizzy's mediums should be doing okay. But Dylan down to 1.6 seconds on this long straight. Dizzy loses a bit of time to Manny. Dylan gains a bit of time on Diz. Again, coming up to these last few corners. It's all or nothing now. Off the bridge they come then. Final complex of corners coming up. Still pulling time, Manny. He'll be happy to see that gap open up. But Dylan is all over the back end of Dizzy here. It's going to come down to the penultimate straight, I think. Is it going to be long enough for Dylan to have a go at Dizzy? I don't think either driver is in a position now to have a go at Manny. 1.3 seconds up the road. He's only got 6 corners left. He's got a bit of a straight to get his way round. As long as he keeps those two behind him out of the slipstream range. Oh, they are closing up though. Gap down to 1.1. Dylan just 0.6 of a second back from Dizzy. There are the gaps. Manny leads then 1.2 seconds onto this start long straight. It's, oof, I don't even know. Manny has less than a second between himself and Dizzy. Dylan has 0.6 of a second. It's Good for Manny as long as he doesn't put it in the wall here. There's going to be a little run down to the line, but I think it's going to be Manny that takes the win. Dizzy's going to take second here unless he causes some kind of chaos and we get kicked. Huh? What happened there? What happened there? Huh? What happened there? Where's race results? Huh? Huh? What happened there? We got booted. Oh, the timer ended. Oh, okay. I thought, well, all right. Well, that needs looking at, doesn't it? Because that stopped abruptly, didn't it? Manny literally crossed the line and that was it. So Manny took the win then in race 2. Dizzy takes second. Dylan, everything he possibly could, did everything he possibly could to regain those positions and get himself back up front. Just not quite enough time for him. But real good result there for Manny. A real good race for Dylan. Don't get me wrong. Fighting your way back through the pack to get literally within 2 seconds of the race leader. Yeah, can't moan at that. So that was it for round 1 of P1's Nissan GR2 League. Have I called it the GR2 Nissan League? Yes, I have. Never mind. You know what I mean. That is it. We've got nothing else coming up at the minute. What have we got coming up? The street race has been cancelled on Fridays because lobby settings weren't right. GTTCC, I think that's April that begins, so that'll be Friday nights. Nothing yet from the Team Oliver Racing League on Wednesdays. Nothing in the pipeline yet for the minis. As and when I know anything, I will let you lot know. But other than that, that's it. Round 1 done and dusted. Again, good racing. Shame about turn 1, but we all know turn 1 can be a killer. Everyone just trying to make as many positions as possible, and you know, it is what it is. But yes, that's going to be it from me. I hope you've liked what you've watched. Some good racing. There's still a couple of positions available as well if you fancy getting yourselves involved. So don't forget about that. Other than that, that's it from me. Tell your mates. Tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.